Week number 2 of the 2023 Iowa high school football season is here, and the Bears will be welcoming Dike-New Hartford to town. I'm Matt Chinander. I'm joined by Jason Miller, and this is the weekly game preview right here on WestBranch.Football. Jason, before we dive into Bears versus Wolverines, let's take a minute or two to reflect on last week's game against Williamsburg. A bit of a tough way to open the season against a 3A powerhouse, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I remember last week, you remember the two things that I told you things that to really count on were emotion and?
My memory's not that good.
Mine's not that good either, but it turned out they were pretty spot on. It had nothing to do with me, it's just the way it is. But you look at a team like Williamsburg, the 3A thing is one thing, but they just had talent. And the talent didn't just stop the quarterback. We talked about replacing a quarterback. Well, the kid that played, Kellen Cockrell, actually played some last year. But every kid that caught the ball, every skill position kid, every kid around the ball made plays. And if you want to be a good team, you got to have that. And they were a very, very good team. It was just a buzzsaw West Branch ran into.
Yeah, definitely. So, what were some of the things, that you did like that you saw from the Bears?
First of all, it's going to be cliche, but they didn't even look at the scoreboard after a while. They just kept playing. Got a little confidence, and they kept getting reps, Matt, that I think were positive reps. Cooper Gates getting some positive reps, seeing the end zone. It's one thing to not – if you get in the end zone, it's just a different feeling. A touchdown, even if it's not going to help you win, it just makes you feel a little bit better, a little bit more, that your team can see that and you'll move forward.
Yeah, so what are some of those things that you think they're taking away from week 1 and then this week of practice here into Friday's game against Dike-New Hartford?
I think the Bears want to play more physical. Get back to that smash mouth style. They play that kind of football. That's the team that's the identity that this team is going to need. I think that you're going to see a little bit more, and like you mentioned, it's the old cliche in football of first to second week you usually improve the most, whether it's at the 7th grade level, the 4th grade level, high school level, et cetera, et cetera. And I think the physicality, the overall emotion, we'll use that again, of playing here at Butch Peterson Field, on the Little Rose Bowl, at the Little Rose Bowl on Oliphant Street in historic downtown West Branch. Does that get out all of them?
Yeah, you got most of it, yeah. That was the condensed version, yeah.
But just to play at home, a place with a lot of great memories and a lot of great emotions, and the last time, and now seeing with the wonderful emblem of their coach in the middle of the former coach in the middle of the field, I just think you're going to see a different football team.
So like West Branch, Dike-New Hartford is one of those teams that just year after year after year always is competitive, always fighting for a district crown, always a serious foe in the playoffs. Is that something that they are retaining here for 2023?
Yeah, anytime you got Don Betts, another one of those legendary coaches in Iowa high school football, as long as he's on the sidelines, you're going to have a very well-coached football team that gets off the ball. The one thing about Dike-New Hartford, the West Branch has played them twice before, but you watch any other film, is they get off the ball as quickly and as they get into that physical position as quickly as any team that you're going to see on the schedule. They took the number 1 team in Class 1A preseason rankings, defending Class A state champion Grundy Center, 7-6, and as in the 4th quarter, they had a chance to tie, possibly win that game. It just didn't work out for them. But they held a powerhouse football team that everybody thinks is going to be a favorite in Class 1A in Grundy Center to 220 yards, I think it was, and 7 points.
Yeah. Yep. Good team. So what are the Bears focusing on this week that we've maybe seen from Dike-New Hartford on film or in the past of what they typically do to hopefully come out with a victory on Friday?
Play to the whistle. Hold your blocks up. Hopefully you can hold your blocks and your positioning on those blocks, Matt, to the whistle. Because, like as mentioned, they're going to give – Dike-New Hartford's going to give you everything they got until they hear the whistle defensively and offensively. But I think West Branch has one thing that West Branch I think is going to have the advantages in most games all year is that size up front. And if they can lean into that size and those kids up front from Montgomery to Rocha to France to Lodge to right across the front offensively start really leaning into it and can really lean on and pushing, you're going to see a very different football team this week, but it's not going to be easy.
No, it is not. Kickoff 7:30 p.m. here in West Branch, and we'll be bringing you all the action on the Bearcast. Join Mike Quinlan and Jared Tiley for the pregame around 7:15. This week you'll be able to watch the game live on West Branch Football YouTube channel. Just head to www.WestBranch.Football and go to the Bearcast page to learn more. Till next week, for Jason Miller, I'm Matt Chinander. Go Bears.
Go Bears.